My freeze dryer is in major need of a cleaning after my last freeze drying video. If you missed it, I freeze dried some ice cream in here and we got a big mess to clean up today. So I just thought I would bring you guys along with me today as I clean out this freeze dryer and get her looking brand new again. I'll show you the products that I am gonna use to clean the freeze dryer and exactly how I do it. It's super easy. After we get her nice and clean, I am going to do a run of candy in the freeze dryer. I've been getting so many local orders of my bags of freeze-dried candy, so I need to do a restock. I will go over the quick steps on how to do freeze-dried candy. If that is something you need a refresher on, we're gonna do that. And then, as always, we're gonna have a fun taste test. For today's taste test, as long as the weather is cooperating, we are gonna go to one of my favorite Alaskan locations that is actually really close to our home. We haven't taken you guys there yet, and it's just one of the most beautiful places ever. So we will do that and taste some of our candy while we're out there. You might be wondering what types of products you can use to clean the freeze dryer. I will show you how gross my freeze dryer is in just a second, but I got on the Harvest Right website and checked the instructions for cleaning the freeze dryer, and all it specifies is to use a mild detergent. So what I am going to use is my own spray bottle jar of a mixture of vinegar and water. I have 2 parts water to 1 part vinegar in here. This is what I'm going to use to clean the freeze dryer, but any mild cleaning solution will do. You can see this is just on my door here, this messiness. But as you get in here, you can see the grime on the orange part is the heating element. Down here got really bad. So we are gonna take this entire shelf out, clean it, clean the barrel, clean the rubber gasket, clean the door, clean the outside so she's nice and pretty again. The first thing I need to do is remove the rubber seal so you can get the tray out. And this just pulls off easily like so. And you can take a cloth and clean this. I am going to do that. The next step is removing the shelf. To remove the shelf, you're just going to slide it straight out. In the back is a connecting cord. And that is what connects power to your heating element on the shelves. So I'm gonna pull it out, but before you get it too far, you don't wanna yank on it. You wanna get the cord unplugged that's in the back. So I'm gonna film myself pulling that out so you can kind of see it. Hopefully I can get a good angle. That was a bit hard to get unhooked one-handed, so I was able to just lean it here and then unhook it with my 2 hands. But if you have a helper to hold it for you, that could work also. See all this lovely grime that we are going to get rid of in here. Let's tackle the barrel first, and then we will tackle the shelves. It's looking pretty good. I grabbed a magic eraser just for these extra little spots that I see that are a little icky still. For the final wipe down in here, I'm just taking a damp cloth just to wipe off any residue that was left behind. There we go. Oh, and I gotta get my window. For the rubber gasket, I'm just gonna spray some of my cleaner on my cloth and just wipe it down. Now I'm gonna move on to the shelf. The hardest thing with the shelf is that they're very narrow, so it's hard to just get your hands in there to scrub. But same thing, I'm gonna use the vinegar spray in here and just work in it as well as I can on the top and bottom so that I remove all the grime from both the heating element and the shelf itself. It looks so much better in there. Nice and clean. I wiped it down with my cloth, and so now I'm gonna get it back in here. Same process, plug in the plug first, and then slide it in, then put the rubber gasket back on top. I am almost all done. This is so fast and so easy. The last thing I'm gonna do is empty out my drain line bucket because it just gets full of the water from the freeze dryer, and sometimes it can smell. Like if you've done something smelly in your freeze dryer, your water will stay smelly. So make sure you clean this out on a regular basis. I'm gonna go do that and I'll meet you right back here. Okay, bucket is clean, sticking it back. Make sure your tube is actually inside your bucket. I did a freeze dry run recently where the drain hose was left outside of the bucket and had a nice little puddle of water on the floor. And another tip is to make sure that the water that's in the bucket is not touching the actual tube. It needs to be higher than where the water level is because it could suck water back into your freeze dryer and that would be a very bad thing. Here she is, all clean and beautiful. I'm so happy. This turned out wonderful. It's so easy. Don't forget to clean your freeze dryer. I sometimes try to like put it off, and then once I do it, I'm like, this is so easy. Why didn't I do it sooner? But okay, we're all done with that. Let's move on to some candy making, shall we? Before we move on to the candy, let's do Brooke's Trivia Corner. I've got an Alaska trivia question for you today, and that is, what are Alaska's big 5 animals? They're known as Alaska's Big 5. They are the 5 animals that people come to Alaska to see and that Alaska is famous for. I have to think and see if we have seen all of these animals on the Big 5 list in the wild. I know we have seen a few of them. Give me your best guesses on the Big 5 top Alaskan animals. All right, to get my candy going, I'm gonna go into customize and increasing my dry temp to 145. My dry time is gonna be 4 hours. Hit save, hit start. I like to use my tray liners if I'm freeze drying candy. These I just got on Amazon. I will link them in the video description below. They're super convenient. Helps your food not stick to the trays. So we're gonna get those on there and get some candy loaded up. Here's our candy run for day. I am having a moment for Nerds Gummy Clusters. These things are so good on their own. They are so good once they're freeze dried. These are Sour Punch straws. I have no idea if they're gonna freeze dry or not. We've never done those before. I've never seen them done. Maybe that means they don't work, but I thought I'd try a little batch. I've got a few Jolly Ranchers that were left over from the last Jolly Rancher run that I did, and Sour Skittles. If you don't know about this tool, this is a PVC pipe cutting tool, and I use this to cut Jolly Ranchers in half because Jolly Ranchers puff up pretty big in the freeze dryer, and so I like to cut them in half, and this cuts them so easily. I can't find this exact one on Amazon, but I link a similar one that I will put in the video description below if you are looking for a tool like this. It's super useful. One thing to remember when doing candy mode, before hitting continue, you want to hit the red candy process button to on, and it'll turn green. That means you're in candy mode. And close your drain valve. Continue. I always select warm trays when it's hard candies like this, I just hit start. I don't do it for any extra time. Lately, I've just been, we'll warm them for 1 extra minute, but it's gonna warm the trays first and then it will start doing the freeze drying. If owning a freeze dryer is something that you have been wanting but haven't pulled the trigger yet, now is a good time to buy a freeze dryer from Harvest Right. They just came out with a new freeze dryer. I have not gotten my hands on one yet. Hope to soon, but it's called the Harvest Right Pro, and it's just an updated version of this guy that I've got here. And I know you won't regret it if you decide to get one. I have an affiliate link in the video description below. You can click that link and you can shop for freeze dryers there. When you do that, it helps support my channel and me be able to make fun videos for you guys. So thank you so much whenever you do that. Y'all are the best. Also, I am on my way to 2,000 subscribers. When I hit that goal, I am going to do a giveaway for 2 of my viewers, and it's gonna be super fun. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and then you'll be able to find out when I get there, and we'll make the giveaway announcement. While this candy is cooking up in the freeze dryer, we're gonna go head out on our Alaskan adventure. We will take you guys along, show you the beautiful scenery. We're gonna do a little freeze-dried candy taste test with the kids while we are out there, and it's gonna be so fun. We will catch you guys in a jiff. We are at the Eagle River Nature Center. There are just so many miles and miles of hiking here. This is a place we love to come. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We are just gonna do a short little hike today down to the little boardwalk dock where you can look out at the river and all that. So let's head out there. Oh yeah, well, we always got to stop here because the kids love playing in this little area. They make these cute little stick forts that the kids just have so much fun with. Are you gonna make a fire? Rub them fast! If you remember the 2 things you always bring with you on an Alaskan hike in the woods, bear spray and bug spray. But the bugs aren't actually too bad right now, so that's always a plus.
So, we got it to the bunch of trees right here. Okay, remember on your sleds, we're gonna have some candy and the dock. Gonna see you there. Bye.
Certain trails over here are closed once the salmon arrive at the river. The salmon are here, the bears are feeding on them, so they do not let you go on this trail. The trail we're headed to is just the super close one and is open. But we are making lots of noise to just be extra bear aware.
I want to see a bear. I want to see a bear eat a salmon. I think that would be really cool.
That would be cool.
You see that?
We made it to the second looking dock. This is where we're gonna do our candy taste test. And we're gonna see if we could see any salmon swimming around.
Salmon! Speaking of the devil, I'm showing the salmon flat. Oh, dang, this is snails. People have been throwing coins. What bears would do is that, like, they'll go to this ledge and they'll see the salmon and grab them.
Do you see what I mean by how it's just so gorgeous down here? You're just surrounded by these mountains, and it is just so beautiful here and so peaceful.
Mom, I already did that.
And it's rare that you're here and nobody's here, so this is kind of nice.
Mom,
I got this cute sign here, Eagle River Nature Center.
Mom,
last summer we saw some salmon in here. Not seen any yet, but we'll look around. Hi. Okay, our little boys, we have our guest taste tester back here. They are gonna taste test some candy and we will see which one is their favorite. All right, first they're gonna do the Jolly Rancher. Go. How is it?
Good.
Pretty crunchy? All right, finish those up and we'll move on to the Skittles. Next, we're gonna eat the Skittles. Tell us what you think.
Do we do it?
Yep. Who's gonna share one with Mom?
I will.
Oh, you guys are the nicest.
It's a Bugatti.
Here we go, here we go.
These taste the same as crunchy marshmallows.
Crunchy and delicious, as always. You guys like those?
Yeah.
Their last treat is a freeze-dried Rice Krispie treat. Let's give these a taste test. All right, last treat of the day. Go for it.
Ah! I can't bite this. Oh.
Alright. Kind of weird?
No. No.
Kind of good?
No. I'm just gonna, yeah. No. Super good.
Ah. Well, we are gonna head back up the trail. This is the least buggy I have ever had it here. It's like amazing right now. And the views are gorgeous. The sun is shining on us and it's just so wonderful. Definitely recommend checking out the Eagle River Nature Center if you are on a trip to Alaska. Well, we made it back to the little play area. We're gonna let the kiddos play for a few minutes and head back home because we've got some things to get out of the freeze dryer soon and gotta give you the answer to our trivia question. Don't wanna miss that. Hey, welcome back to my freeze drying room. Our freeze dryer is ready for the candy to come out. So let's get these guys out and see how they're looking. Here are the nerds with the sour. Okay, these guys didn't do anything. Kind of what I expected. The Jolly Ranchers look a little wacky. The sour Skittles. We've got a nice tray of Nerds clusters. And more sour Skittles. I am just gonna take the time to get these bagged up. These are my favorite candy bags that I use for my freeze-dried candy. They're about 4.5 by 7.5 inches big, and they are just the perfect size. I like the window that it has so you can see what the candy actually is. Here's how they look in the bags. I will link these. I just get them on Amazon. They're fairly inexpensive and they work great. Here is the candy I ended up with. I love my cute little DIY freeze dry sticker. Since we got that done, I can now give you the answer to Brooke's Trivia Corner question. If you remember, the question was, what are Alaska's big 5? The most popular, most seen animals in Alaska. And I should have specified not water animals, land animals. Let me know if you got it right. Bear, moose, caribou, Dall sheep, and wolves. Those are the big 5 animals of Alaska. Since living here the past year, we have seen 3 of those animals in the wild. We have seen bear, we have seen moose, and we have seen Dall sheep. I don't think we have seen a caribou in the wild. We've seen them like at the Alaska Wildlife Conservation Center and at the reindeer farm, but not in the wild. And we have not seen a wolf in the wild. We have seen those at the conservation center also. I have heard wolves. There are a few packs of wolves that I heard about in the town next to us. And I have heard them howling before. It was definitely a wolf howl, not like a dog howl. So maybe I'll count that as a half point. But if you got it right, I want to know. Thanks for watching today's video. This was a very informative video about cleaning your freeze dryer. If you got any questions about it, let me know in the comments. Happy to chat with you there about the process if you need anything or any suggestions about cleaning your freeze dryer. Candy, always a hit, even sometimes when they don't turn out, but we still got a lot of goodies. I've got someone coming tonight to pick up a candy order, so I'm gonna bag that up and I will catch you guys on the next freeze drying video.